Students, now we are going to see about simulation of PV array with the partial shading effect. In order to implement this concept, we need to connect. I'm going to take this example. That means uh, here we are going to connect the three panel in series with the diode. Here you can see here this panel 1, 2, and 3 connected in series. On each panel having some bypass diode. So normally this bypass diode is going to be connected in parallel with that PV array because during partial shading. So partial shading nothing but so you have some panel. That panel will be shaded with some. That means some portion will be covered with some tree or some paper, right? So what happened that the current flow will be blocked in that solar PV cell. During that time, we need to bypass the current. For that only we are using this bypass diode. If suppose we are not use that bypass diode, what happened that the panel will be heated heavily. And because some of the portion is blocked by means of some tree or paper, the current flow will be blocked in that PV panel. That's why panel will be heated when the partial shading condition. And also when panel under partial shading, what happened? It have different kind of peak powers. In P and O MEPT algorithm, the irradiation temperature will be fixed to constant, and you can see that different. And that means only one peak point for that particular condition, right? But in case of partial shading condition, so the irradiation will be changed for the uh, each panel. Because of that, what happened that it have different kind of peak value. We need to simulate this concept also. We need to find out that current and the power characteristics, and that mean PV and IV characteristics of the partial shaded PV array. Okay, here they are using three panel. You have to use three panel, three diodes, and then we need to connect a constant block here. Okay. And then here we need to use current and voltage. Here we need to vary the load voltage. For that we need to use controlled voltage source with the ramp input. So I will explain one by one. For that I'm going to open a Simulink, and then I'm going to click this block model, and then save. I'm going to save this model. That means PV partial. Okay, and save. First you need to find out that mean we have to take the PV array, go to facilitate technology, in that go to renewable and solar. Here you see the PV panel, and then we need a diode. For that go to facilitate technology, power electronics, and goes to diode. Here you can see the diode, and then we need constant can be taken from commonly used blocks here, and then take take from here majorly. And then we need a current measurement block. For that go to specialist technology, and then measurements, click current measurement and use here, and then click voltage measurement and use here. That means, and then one more thing, we need a controlled voltage source. So for that go to fundamental block electrical source. So click here, and then you can see here controlled voltages here. You can use drag and place here. And then one more thing I told, we need a ramp input ramp. So for that go to source, and then click here ramp. Okay, click ramp. And then one more thing, we need to measure the current, voltage and power. For that we need scope. Go to sinks, and then click scope, and then place here. I think almost the that means Simulink block is taken from the Simulink browser, and then we need to connect everything. We need to use three PV panel in series. First you have to click this PV array, change the parallel string equal to 1, series string equal to 1. I'm going to use only one PV array, so that can be used for connection. That when I'm going to use three PV array, that PV array having one parallel string and one series string, and then I'm going to use same rating, same power rating. Okay, and then apply. So I need to use three, so just to copy and paste. So next we need to connect diode, paste and copy and paste here, paste here. Just connect this one and this one, and then you can connect this line here and this one here, and then connect this one, and then connect this one here, and connect this one, and then connect this. So everything ready. So next you need to connect constant block one. Here I'm going to fix irradiation equal to 1000 and temperature equal to 20. So next I'm going to use irradiation here. Here I'm going to use value is 300. Right? Here you can see that 300. 300 here 600. I'm going to use 300, and then for temperature will be constant, and I'm going to change that one. So here I'm going to connect 600, and then I'm going to use temperature as it is 25. So this is a connection. Next we need to connect the current measurement. So here we need to connect current measurement, and then we need to connect the control voltage. Here just you have to connect control voltage source here, and then control voltage is here, and then we need to measure the voltage across the output. Here connect that voltage measurement. So that means what's the meaning here? Why we are connecting control voltage source? I'm going to vary the terminal voltage of the PV panel from 0 to some value. For that purpose only we are using here. And then I'm going to use RAM input. Based upon RAM input, the voltage in the terminal will be changed. Click RAM. I'm going to use slope equal to 10. Next I'm going to measure the voltage, current, and power of this PV array, partial shaded PV array. Just I'm going to use product. So click Simulink browser and go to math operation, and then here you can see that product. Use that one, and then here we need to use 3 input port. So click double that scope window, and then go to view configuration properties, and then click number of input port equal to 3. So here layout equal to number of layout equal to 3. The first one used to for measuring the voltage, second one is for current, third one is for power. So I'm going to connect voltage in the first input port, current in the second input port, and then power we need to multiply current and voltage. That's all. Connection is completed. Already told that we need to execute this model. We need to place another Simulink block, nothing but a powergui. Just you have to drag and place here. So that's all. Everything is completed. Save that one and simulate this model. I'm going to simulate this model. Now we can see that, for example, I'm going to increase the slope. Okay, and to 50. Now we can see the dip variation. We want like this graph, like that, like this. Now we can see here that this is current. This is power. Here we need to. That means just you have to use slope equal to. Well, because if suppose you are going to increase the voltage beyond some level, what happen? The current goes to negative. That's why your power also goes to negative. Normally, the power never goes to negative in the PV panel, but in simulation possible because the backend will be like ordinary differential equation. Just you have to use accordingly. That means just you have to change the RAM slope equal to 12. We will get exact response. Now we can see that you'll see here different kind of peak. This is first peak. Okay, we can use the RAM equal to 10. Okay, RAM slope equal to 10. Here you can see here that you will see that different peak value in the PV array. This is because of uh, shading of the PV panel or PV cell. Okay, this is a PV IV characteristics of or current and the power characteristics of the partial shaded PV panel. Here you can see here we have different peaks. We can so this is because of this irradiation condition. Finally, you will get this kind of a graph from this scope. Thank you.